Hey, more pointless stuff today. A little bit on the video game side. I'm just now really starting to pay attention to this game, Skylanders. It's a new Spyro game. And I never played any of the Spyro games on the PlayStation. It was just not where I was. I wasn't in the whole 3D platformer sort of thing. But this game is intriguing. If you haven't heard about it, it uses little figurines that are some sort of a memory card, essentially, and you put them on this little glowing base, and those characters then enter the game. Anything that gets saved and stuff, and can also get loaded back into that toy, and you can take it to your friend's house and put it on their game, and your character will carry over. It comes with 3 of those toys to begin with, in the base and the game itself. So you get Spyro, a guy with guns, and some fish thing. But I think there are a total of like 21 total toys you can get to play the game with. And they're all different elements, earth, air, fire, water, magic, technology, life, and death. Undead, zombies and stuff. And so, certain strengths and weaknesses, little rock, paper, scissors action going on. But I'm intrigued by that sort of merge between the physical world and the digital. I think that a lot of that is what led to the success of motion gaming. The Wii was huge because people were wanting to see, hey, my real physical actions are having an impact on my game. That's kind of cool. The Kinect, same thing, a bit of a letdown. I don't know anyone who bought a PlayStation Move. I think it also led to the success of the music games, with your larger peripherals, with your guitars and your drums and your keyboards and your microphones and your turntables, all that sort of stuff. That sort of trying to merge the real and the fake, the physical and the virtual, was really intriguing. Everybody wanted to get in on that. Hell, I even liked, I think it was Eye of Judgment on the PlayStation 2, maybe PlayStation 3, whatever used the PlayStation Eye. It was essentially Magic the Gathering, where you would put your card down on the table and the system would scan it in and play the game with it. And it's kind of neat. But this one here, with the motion gaming seeming to have run its course, music games now being essentially dead. I don't think GameStop will even buy your Rock Band or Guitar Hero equipment anymore. They're just like, fuck it, it's not worth a penny. I don't know if this will catch on. Their big hook, I think, is because it's aimed at a younger audience. They might have a shot of getting that sort of collectibles aspect for the kids. And you're like, hey, I want to buy all this stuff. From what I've seen of the pricing, it's $20 for a set of 3 additional characters. So if there are 21 total characters, that's going to be about $180 total dollars invested to get all the characters plus the game. And while I've definitely seen larger expenses, that seems kind of steep. I don't know, it's definitely a bit of a cash grab because all the content is obviously already on the disc. They've got it for the Wii, the 3DS, the PlayStation, the Xbox, PC. They're definitely trying to spread it out there and make their money. I don't know, it seems interesting. I don't anticipate getting it. I don't need any more little figures to clutter up my my comic book shelf or anything. But I kind of like the idea of the mix. So kudos to Activision and whoever actually developed the game. It's a very interesting concept. It looks like it's well executed. I don't know how well it will be adopted, but I appreciate you guys going out there and making something that's actually fun on multiple levels. I'd like to see the action figures be able to carry that information over to a different type of game, perhaps a tabletop game that uses that portal. Something so it's not just these little gigas will affect your video game. I'd like to see something more, an expansion. So you've got a chance to really make something here. And I read an article recently about how Apple may be responsible for the death of handheld gaming. At least dedicated handheld gaming consoles. Allow me to correct that. With your iPod Touches, iPads, Android phones, all these different touchscreen devices with gyroscopes and motion sensors and light sensors and cameras. things like Nintendo DS, DSi, 3DS, the PSP, the PSP, or the PS Vita, they're going to be facing more and more competition in the market, because why have a single function device like the 3DS when you can have your iPad, which will let you play a game, let you get on the internet, let you do FaceTime, all those different things. Hell, I had to buy an iPad recently for the family. Don't really want one. I don't anticipate it replacing my DS anytime soon, but I can see where these things are making definite inroads, even with consumers who aren't looking at them strictly as a gaming device. It's going to take over some of that gaming time. For me, I like a handheld which is dedicated. I figure my DS has a lot more hours than any console I've had, possibly ever. I know that I've had over 430 hours in Advance Wars Dual Strike alone. Over 430. When you add in Scribblenauts and Professor Layton, Brain Age, the occasional Pokemon here and there, it's definitely been the dominant console for me for the past 5 years. It's been a handheld. I don't have any plans to buy the Vita, and I want so badly to want a 3DS, but there's just really a dearth of software for it. Street Fighter, I want Street Fighter because it's Street Fighter. As I mentioned, I want the Professor Layton Phoenix Wright crossover, but I don't even know if it's even coming out here because all the translation necessary. Maybe there's something to it. Maybe this might be the last generation of pure handheld gaming devices. I don't know if that's good or bad. If you have something to replace it, it might be fine. Movie news. I saw a trailer the other night for a movie called The Woman. It's a horror movie. Apparently it was really good. Had some results at Sundance. From what I could tell, the trailer, it's about a family that lives in a rural area. The father goes out hunting or trapping, what have you, and actually catches a feral woman. Just living out in the wood, like an animal. And rather than doing the decent thing and getting her medical attention or whatever, he throws a net on her, bashes her head with the butt of his rifle, takes her home, chains her up in the basement, and brings his family down to meet her and says, she's our new project. We're going to train her and get rid of her baser instincts. It's fucked up. Obviously, the type of guy who would do this has some issues. They get into some of that in the trailer. You see that he's definitely not the typical family man. The family's got problems long before Crazy Woman comes, but it's like if somebody were to have locked up Nell, if anyone remembers Nell, in their basement. That's just kind of creepy. It reminded me a lot, actually, in tone of Deadgirl, if anybody's seen that one. And so, yeah, creepy. The whole idea of just, hey, I find a woman and she's mine now. What could possibly go wrong? Justifiably, everything should, because you're a schmuck. Looks good. I definitely want to check it out. Hopefully it'll come to some sort of streaming device soon, because I don't know how else I'm going to get it. It's got a very limited theatrical release, and I doubt it's going to be anywhere I need to see it. But looks really good. Check out the trailer for The Woman. And if you haven't seen it, check out Deadgirl. If you want something, really kind of disturbing. And if you want something kind of funny, check out Teeth, a horror movie about vagina dentata, which, yes, is terrifying as it might seem. Fantasy football note, I am 5-1, though I am playing this week against Jason Brokaw, and two of the best players from my team last year. He drafted Aaron Rodgers and Darren McFadden. So way to go, Jason. Your brilliant strategy of basically drafting anybody I had before is working out well for you. I don't anticipate winning, sadly. So I'd probably go to a 5-2 record in what I anticipate to be a 3-way tie with the Santos brothers for, I guess, a 3-way lead. So I'll enjoy my 1 week of being the sole leader in the league. Mock people while I can. No special ideas, no characters, no jokes, no stories today. Just typical update on the stuff that's been kind of catching my attention for the past couple of days. Getting ready for the convention tomorrow and Sunday here in town. Hopefully I'll be able to get some good new sketches. Perhaps I'll send some of those across here shortly. So thanks. Have a good weekend.